Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today I just want to do a quick review on the REVO BERSERK. Now this blade is definitely my style. It has just a bunch of different angles and lines and curves, and what drew me towards this knife was the fact that it's really aggressive looking, but in a good way. So yes, it screams out tactical, aggressive, but at the same time it's just got some really clean lines. Now this is a frame lock blade, and I believe it's stainless steel handles with black coating on both handles. I'm not sure exactly what kind of coating is on there, but it's definitely a little on the slick side. But you do have some texturing here on the front area of the knife around the pivot. It's got a 9CR stainless steel blade. Again, just really gorgeous. It's got a nice edge with a really good looking stone wash there. I have yet to perfect this look on my custom blades. Work in progress. Now, I don't know if this is a Tonto style blade or a straight back. I wouldn't really consider it a straight back because it's got this little step right here on the top. But I'd say it's kind of a mix in between. It's just got a really large Tonto edge here. So I guess it's more of a Tonto style blade. And it also has really nice jimping. It's very small. They're separated with a very small gap, but I don't know what they did, but it's really grippy. Like my thumb really sticks to that jimping, which is a huge plus since this is a kind of a slick knife. On the back here we have a deep carry pocket clip. At least I consider it deep carry. I mean it's almost there, but it barely pops out of the pocket. And one thing I do like about this clip is that the screws are recessed, so that's a plus. When you put it in your pocket, you don't really have to deal with the hardware. I really like when knife companies do that. Some do, some don't. So I think they'll jump on board eventually and just catch up with the rest of the knife makers, since everybody is a huge fan of that. And this is also etched and stone washed to match the blade. This blade is riding on bearings, so it's just super smooth. You can spidey flick this thing, surprisingly easy, and then also you can use your thumb to flick it open, or you can go old school and just take your sweet time to open it, just like that, and it locks in really well. No blade play. Really good lockup. I'd say it's about a 25% lockup there with the frame lock. But yeah, just really smooth knife. So with this blade, I'll put the specs up here on the screen so you guys can see overall length, handle length, blade length, stuff like that. But one thing I do want to show you guys on my scale is this thing is heavy. But again, I'm a fan of heavy knives, and it doesn't really bother me, but I just want to show you guys how heavy this thing is. So we're looking at 6.91 ounces, which is really heavy for a knife, given that it's stainless steel frame lock. So they did do some skeletonizing in the handles here. So it's, again, it feels like it's not really doing much for it. Overall, it's a heavy knife. So if you're okay with heavy knives or a lot of weight, and you're looking for something aggressive and tactical, then the REVO's the way to go. So that's one of the main things I wanted to share with you guys, is just the weight, because I know some people aren't fans of heavy knives, but overall I'd say this blade is just really neat. It's got the look that I like, and just a really cool blade in my opinion. And one thing I forgot to mention is the backspacer here is a really cool, I don't think it's anodized aluminum. It might be coated, but it's just got a really nice pop of color with that green against the black, with a little bit of jimping on top. So if you do a reverse grip, you really got something to dig into. And your little lanyard hole, which I don't really care for, but it's there if you need it. Reversible pocket clip here, so you can go left and right. And I'll just do a quick size comparison compared to the CRKT Pilar and the CRKT Tuna. So pretty close to the Tuna. Basically this knife is just a beast. But as you guys can see from the weight and the specs that I put up on the screen, you can tell it's just going to be a big knife. But just to give you guys a rough idea, and there is another blade I bought from REVO. Really disappointed in this one is the REVO Vipera. But I'll do a review on this blade, and definitely a interesting blade. So I'm going to point out some of the things that I don't like about this blade, which we all knew was coming. Again, not every blade is perfect. So it's only two things. It's really nothing crazy. I'd say they're minor issues, but the blade here, as you can see, there is no sharpening choil here. So when you're choking up on the blade, not even really choking up on it, just kind of holding it regular, you get really close to that edge. And yes, when I've closed this blade or drop shut it, it's actually cut me a few times. So eventually I will customize this blade, but I'm definitely going to add a sharpening choil just so it's not crazy close to my finger. So that's one issue, and the other issue is the centering of the blade. And now I've tried everything I could, cleaning it, taking it apart, inspecting, but it's not completely centered. So I don't know what to do. It might be the grind itself on the blade throwing it off, because further up it's centered, but at the tip it's not. So again, nothing crazy. The knife still functions, and it's a great blade. Another thing I wanted to mention was that the ergos on this thing are really comfortable. If you guys were considering this blade, hopefully this video makes your decision a little bit better, or just gives you an idea of what you're going to be getting into if you're considering this blade. But I'm a fan of it. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this blade. And just a heads up for you guys, I am currently working on a few custom blades, so please don't forget to like and subscribe, and that way you guys can stay in the loop of what I'm working on. Also, it'll be a huge help for my channel, so that way I can keep giving you guys this sort of content. So that was just my little quick review of this Berserk by REVO. Thank you again for watching, you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one.